collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your Timeless Chakra Read. I am, I guess, your Timeless Chakra Reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. I'm a professional witch, a professional intuitive. I'm the president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, 25 years in service at the time of this timeless recording. Author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There is a Kindle version available in the description box. Click it, check it out, preview it for free. It's broken down into chakra chapters, and for a chakra reading might be helpful, and see some of the prayers, practices, and principles that have kept me in business for well over 25 years as a spiritual teacher, healer, and all of that. President of Drawing the Circle Productions, 25 years old. Thank you, Janet Grace Alvarado, for the new music. She's making an album based on this stuff, so it's kind of really fun to collaborate with her. So very, very happy to be in service. But you know, my book, Words of Grace, the Kindle version is not the original version. The original version's over on Patreon. Some of my subscribers have access to that in their benefit package on certain levels of subscription. All of my subscribers get 3 things in common: a daily check-in with me, an unlisted YouTube live stream link. So they chat with me every morning about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, a little something, something to send us on our way, and it sets me up for the rest of my day, and it's the best thing ever. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s. Here on YouTube, there's no part 2 for these, though it is a timeless read. All of my ones with extendeds, however, are timeless and relationship-based, just saying. So, all of my subscribers get that. Third thing that they get in common is a significant discount on booking private sessions with me in person, on Zoom, recorded, not recorded. We'll talk about that at the very end of the video. But just to say, I love that I can give my subscribers, my supporters over on Patreon a discount, because we're building a lovely community there, and we're really getting to know each other, and it's rather quite lovely. So if you feel so drawn, if you feel so called, click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon. With the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, maybe you heard of him? You can just call him Mal. I had a lovely meditation, very relaxing. I love doing the readings, but it's like getting ready for them. You know what I mean? It's like getting the lights and everything. It can be a little exhausting, a little creative drain. So I just had a lovely like half hour, I don't know, it was a disco nap, a meditation, a napitation, but it was lovely. So I'm ready to rock and roll. My chakras are in alignment myself. So let's do some explanation. For the new Cancerians and crosswaters, I guess that makes sense for Cancerian crosswatchers, and then we'll get down to the divination. If you are new, chakras, we're not going into what chakras are. Chances are if you're watching this reading, you know what a chakra is, but we are doing a 10 card spread. The first 3 will be the lower 3 chakras: root, sacrum, solar plexus. The next 4 will be heart, throat, third eye, crown. The internal, this is the yang, the yin, the masculine, the feminine. You get what I'm saying. We'll get you one Caroline Mace archetype for the 8th chakra, the dominant archetypal pattern there, indicating the contract and the alchemy being healed. Then you will get a chakra reading card. Rachel Sharman, Rockpool Publishing, has an affirmation as well as very well written, I gotta say, and we are going to be ending with a Matt Kahn healing mantra card. As usual, I love his work, I love his deck, and I think chakras and mantras go well together. It sort of has an ancient tradition, Sanskrit, etc., 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 which is Latin. Go figure. So, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to help you align, heal, evolve, grow, shed old skins, and grow new skin, right? Just kind of keep moving forward to traverse a more golden timeline rather than leaded. You know, it's really hard to control things in the outside world. Our energy fields we can do something about, right? Our own energy. So that's what these reads are for. And cross watchers, because there's an affirmation that comes with the chakra card and a healing mantra, you might be able to use that in prayer, in meditation, in healing for the Cancerian you are cross-watching for. As well as you'll be helping the entire Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs do the same, because that's how holographic unity works. I mean, really, where does my chakra end and yours begin? That's so deep. Let's not go there just yet. Let's get some cards on the table. And both feet on the floor, if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will. And I will do my best, now that I'm rested and ready, to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace to heal. And this can be about anything, the subject matter. But I've been doing chakra reads. Like, this is like a skeleton chakra read compared to what I'm used to doing with my clients on all sorts of different subject matters, like fill in the blank, right? And we look at the energy fields. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I will do my best to be here and now and bring through the clarity, guidance, and grace to help all of us heal. I think that's about enough explanation. Let's shift to the divination and a lovely little thing called the still point, and I love hanging out in the still point. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. God override. Using the mythic tarot, Juliet Sharman, I call upon my gods of water, my gods of Cancer, my gods of the powers of the West. Please, beloved gods of mutable water. 3 cards, face down, root, sacrum, solar plexus, external, masculine energy, yang dynamic for the Cancerian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. Root chakra, physical world, tribal relationships, literally the physical body most of the time. Second chakra, money, sex, power, one-on-one relationships with other people and things. Oh, no, close, no cigar. If I didn't see what it was, I would have taken it. Send it around again. Please, my God, solar plexus, relationship to the self in the world. Self-esteem, self-worth, intuition, survival intuition, honor code, boundaries, and all of that for this timeless read. Let's get the internal feminine energy chakras, the internal world. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to my beloved goddesses of water, my beloved goddesses of Cancer, and my beloved goddesses of the powers of the West, please. 4 cards face down, heart, throat, third eye, crown dynamic for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video, perhaps intuitively led to this reading. What's going on in the heart chakra? Emotional power. What's going in the throat chakra? Spit, swallow, and chew. Willpower, free will, choices, decisions. The bridge between the water of the heart and the air of the third eye. What's going on in the throat? Third eye dynamic. Seek only truth. What's going on there for the Cancerians and the Crosswaters? Mental power. And for their spiritual power, the crown chakra, 1,000-petaled lotus. Their spiritual mystical power. What's going on there for this timeless chakra read? We have one more to put down. Caroline Mace, MYSS, she's PhD. This reading is essentially a fusion of her book, Anatomy of the Spirit, and the Sacred Contracts. So if you ever want to go deeper into this stuff, not necessarily the reading per se, but her take on it has been very, very helpful and very, very healing in my life. I think she's got strong Cancer placement if she's not a Cancer sun. I don't remember. It's okay. Her archetype cards, however, have written on them a shadow attribute and a light attribute. That's why I use them for alchemical readings in general. There's always a bit of alchemy in healing anyway, right? Something has to be released from the schemata of it all. Lead having 3 more atoms than gold, symbolically speaking. Well, I mean, that's true on the periodic table, but if we could do that literally, I think, this world would be drastically different. So it's going to show you the soul power, the contract, what it is that needs to be healed here. The 8th chakra sends down the codes to all the other energy centers, chakras beneath them. So you will shift what you attract and what you repel, so you no longer have to delay. You could choose to delay, but you don't have to delay what cannot be prevented in your own healing. And in some cases, we keep coming back to this planet over and over and over and over again to work on the same thing. Just saying. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, relief. Still point. Pantheonic override. I call upon the pantheons of the divine, the collective pantheons of the divine, for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. Please, 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 beloved ones, what is the soul power being alchemized from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, illness to health, right? Toxic to health, perdition to paradise. What's the other one I like? There's another one in there I like. Oh, right, restriction to freedom, right? To help them bring this all together and heal, grow, learn, evolve in this Timeless Chakra Read. The networker archetype. We're going to work our way back down and then we'll get our other two cards here. Creative family archetype. The networker is about information, but how you express it. The shadow, again, represents the lead, the toxicity. Conveys information only for personal gain. Spreads fear and falsehood. Oh, I don't know. I think that might be in the news every now and again, every couple of 100 seconds. Light attribute enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. So sure, a very highly communicative archetype for sure. May not all necessarily be face-to-face and personal, as we know. Well, like networking was a big thing in the business community. Networking meetings, I've been to thousands of them. Never again the networking meeting times. But certainly, you know, social networks, social media, and all of that stuff. You could see how this is very relevant today. And there have always been networkers on the planet. They just didn't call themselves that. I mean, unless they were literally working with nets. But, you know, it's a different gig. So creative, how are you communicating yourself and how is this affecting the chakras? Right, we're going to start up here. Well, this is good. Major Arcana, the card of justice, Ma'at in the crown. So we are actually, if you want to look at it this way, a brain balance, a balance of the left and right hemispheres of the brain, Ma'at, who weighs our hearts after we croak to see if we got to come back or we get to move on. In one version of the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Let's just leave that there for right now. Certainly in the crown chakra. The crown chakra has no language. Language starts here. This is the radar dish, the 1,000-petaled lotus. This is the receiver. That's where it starts getting coded in images and words and thoughts, right? Inspiration becoming information. So there might just be a sense of justice and peace and balance, but I mean, I can't separate that from what I know about the hemispheres of the brain. How, you know, if you're right-handed, then your masculine energy is over here because it crosses over and vice versa, right? So interesting. And right, thesis, antithesis, synthesis, right? Shazam! Let's see what's going on in the third eye, considering, oh, this is so communicative. All right. You got the card of oppression, which is half of the devil card in Daughters of the Moon Tarot. The devil is patriarchal imagery. This is a feminist deck. He's not in there. So they took it and turned it into the Coyote Woman. And oppression. This is the chain aspect, if you want to look Rider-Waite tarot card of the devil. Oppression in the third eye can absolutely be illusions that are not true, but that are terrifying you. The chains of pain, the chains of falsehood. Certainly we can be addicted to a thought pattern, a way of thinking, a neural pattern, even in the brain. The more you think a thought, the more those pathways in the brain, the more they fire, the more they rewire. That's why affirmations are helpful, but they're not great if you're using it to bypass what you're feeling emotionally, particularly talking yourself out of an organic, authentic emotion that may be uncomfortable. but in its process. Okay, so yeah, throat chakra, 2 of Pentacles on the inner. Balance, the bull leaper. There is a choice. There is a juggling here. There's if spit, swallow, or chew, this is chew. Doesn't feel like you've made the choice yet, but it's in your throat, stuck in your craw. It could be if you're afraid, if the third eye is scaring you. The sacred truth of the third eye is seek only truth, according to Caroline Myss in Anatomy of the Spirit, the third eye chakra. Well, then the opposite of truth is illusion. So a lot of what oppresses us are just, it's not true. It's certainly not the truth, right? I'm not good enough. Well, you're a divine being that incarnates over and over and over again, so what are you comparing yourself to? Everybody else on planet Earth who's exactly the same, right? At core. And so interesting. You got a court card in your heart chakra. Excuse me, do you have a court card in your heart chakra? The Taurus card. Now, fixed earth. All right, this is about life values. I would say the values of the heart. When it is an earth card, since we have 2 of them here, am I doing that the right way? Sorry, got that backwards. Earth on the inside is not about your internal organs, right? This is about the experiences, the wisdom that you've gained from experience in the physical world. So certainly you might have been in this situation before. Who hasn't? But with the Justice card, Ma'at, who weighs your heart. If your heart is heavier than an ostrich feather, you got to come back or your soul gets eaten by a demon. It depends on the translation of the Egyptian Book of the Dead. But I mean, come on. Where do they send you? Woo! Into, well, the devil card in this case, oppression. Something is holding you back. Now, I will say in this card, because I say it every time, it's a woman buried under stones, rocks, but the stones have people's faces on it. This could be psychic weight. This could be other people's stuff. But it could just out and out be the chains of codependence, right? Well, if I do that, they'll do that. And if I do that, in a choice, not a life-changing decision, there are other cards, how I work with divination. This is a chewing on it. It's back and forth. But applying wisdom here from the heart. Taurus, second house dynamic is life values. Yes, money and prosperity, but also health, right? Because you got to value your health. It's lifelong values, fertile earth, fixed earth. Bedrock level values. Like, to me, honesty. Yeah, sure, money's great. I love it. It's great. It's really good to have, because if you don't, life ain't that easy, is it? But to me, honesty is more important than money, in the sense that I would rather be honest than be lied to for money. Just as an example, just saying. Because my skills depend on my integrity here, doing what I do. So I kind of like this. I mean, certainly, at least with the devil card in the third eye, you can just ground yourself a little bit, get into your heart, and say, chances are I'm freaking myself out. Or maybe a piece of information came in that might be freaking you out, because we are looking at a networker. You might be dealing with somebody else who has the networker reason sees in their lifetime. Solar plexus, 7 of swords. Now you want to talk solar, you got a fire card in the solar plexus. So this is a challenge, the 7 of swords. A bit of a defensive card. We usually see the 7 of wands. But this is Jason and the Argonauts. They got the golden fleece, but they have to make their way back to the ship and then get it home, as it were, to complete the mission. I could see you being guarded in your solar plexus here, if you're scared in the third eye, or if there's just, pain, trauma, and oppression that's going on in your third eye. I will say that the truth will set you free, but it usually pisses you off first. I think that's Gloria Steinem who said that, blessed be, goddess bless, right? So there is that thing there of that you might be kind of doing a little this on the solar plexus. Now, you are Cancerians. My mother is a Cancerian sun sign, I know. When the arms start crossing the solar plexus, I'm like, oh, I think this conversation might be over, right? It's okay. Boundaries, right? So really, it feels like I want to talk leverage here. Don't make the choice until you get that justice and that heart to unify. So, because particularly when what if thinking, what if, the heart's not open. Now, that doesn't mean ignore those thoughts, which is has been a very, very toxic way of handling and healing chakra stuff. Oh, just ignore it, say an affirmation. Well, you know, as a dear friend of mine once said, she goes, you know, if you put vanilla ice cream on horse shit, it still ain't cake, right? So there's something, there's something to be said there. And there is something of high value here for you too, which is what could amp up this third eye from just, oh, I'm worried, into perhaps a feeling of oppression, particularly if there are toxic opinions of others in your head, which just came out of nowhere there. Gird your solar plexus. Second chakra, love it. Apollo, the sun, excellent. So, whenever that card shows up, I don't care what spread it is, it shines light on everything, brings clarity, but also tends to lighten the mood a little bit. I would say in terms of your health, second chakra health, there is a happiness there. There is a wholeness, WHOLENESS there. The thing about it is, though, Apollo, the god of the sun, the god of healing, bringer of plagues too, by the way, don't lie. Don't lie. Apollo hates liars. Brings it all out into the light every single time, which why everybody respects him, but not everybody's thrilled with Apollo. He's very that. He's very much the Olympian ideal, right, of honor and integrity. And yeah, if you piss him off, bringer of plagues. I mean, really. Talk about sunstroke. So I like that there for you. Root chakra, good. Page of Cups, I think a message did come in or is about to come in. To me, the pages don't necessarily have zodiacal reference more than they just have the elemental power. This is an emotional message either coming to or going from you. Now, I would say to take your time with this, right, with this choice, because if there's something in your, again, we're talking about a networker, that you're chewing on whether to say something or not, make sure it's truthful, but reflect on that, right? Really, this is Narcissus. It's where we get the word narcissist from, but read the myth. It's a little bit more complicated than that. And certainly the Page of Cups is often about offering ourselves a cup of love, a cup of acceptance, a cup of reflection, a cup of time out. But it is in the root chakra. I would have, if that was really solar plexus, like what I'm covering right now, that would be in the solar plexus there. So with Page of Cups, this could be an emotional message that comes in here. Now, there's no other water in this spread. So it seems like the implications here, particularly in these upper two chakras, are very, well, they're spirit cards, right? They're not fire, earth, air, water, they're spirit. So if there is a challenge here, if you are really terrified or at least oppressed by some information, maybe not depressed but oppressed, there is a difference, then there is something for you here that maybe, and this is maybe perhaps oversimplified, but it is a general reading, an opportunity to look at this differently and really evaluate what's rock bottom of value to you, right? We all have opportunities to prostitute ourselves, and it's not all about money all the time, right? It is a question of, are we going to be true, or what's your price, right? So this could be a bit of a struggle, a bit of a personal journey here going on here. But second chakra, I like this. I like this for you, second chakra. Second chakra is element of water for water signs. Really pay attention to your second chakra intuition, I will tell you that. He's also the god of prophecy and vision, by the way. So it could be, if your second chakra says no, the answer is no for now. I live by that. I'm a Virgo. We're rolled by our intestines, so that's like hardwired into me. If my second chakra was the answer is no, a menu, someone hitting on me, or just turn left, turn right, right? That's simple. Ask yes or no questions, but it does take a while to learn that voice. But with the sun there could be a real healing, and therefore something that might be healing your relationship to money, sex, creativity, or with somebody else with this message coming in. All right. Maybe it's already here. Again, that's a general read for you. That's why I like reading clients one-on-one live or in a party situation, right? Get to chat about it a little bit. So for a network here, I mean, whatever is going to be expressed here, it is, like I said, creative family archetype, enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. I could see that if then this cup that you're putting out there as a page, in this case, the Cancerian would be the page, kind of putting out something to inspire, sympathy and empathy. That feels good, right? Awareness, social awareness and empathy, which is just at a maximum on planet Earth right now, and it's about time. Right? Everybody's voices need to be heard. Yes, everybody's. Doesn't mean we have to like them, but we can honor them. Say, yep, that's your truth. And I'll share mine if I feel like it. Thanks. But I'm on camera. I get to do what I like. Ready? We got your chakras on the table. Let's get the chakra reading card. Like I said, there is an affirmation that comes with this. So, cross watchers, heads up, because as you even heal this, right? Whatever chakra is here, you work on that within yourself. You're helping everybody heal, but in particular, the Cancerian Collective. That's how holographic healing works. Please take a nice deep breath. Okay, higher selves. Still point. Higher selves override. As I call upon the collective higher selves of all involved for the Cancerian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video drawn to this reading, give them a clue, a tip, a hint, an oracle, a healing, a chakra healing message with affirmation to give them, to point to something. Like try here, start here. That we have 8 chakras on the table. This is a 9 chakra system because they deal with the Earth star underneath the surface of the planet. So please, higher selves of all involved, what is your guidance, your grace, your wisdom, your power to help the Cancerians alchemize the networker in this timeless chakra read? Communication with a networker? Come on. Communication. Now, this is looking very third eye, the color of the card, and they have the Sanskrit symbol, but is that Ajna? I think that is the Ajna. A-J-N-A, by the way, the name of the third eye, Sanskrit. A-J-N, no, I think I might be wrong. That is throat chakra. That makes much more sense. Yeah, it's still the symbols and the glyphs. I know the Sanskrit names, but sometimes the symbols I get confused with angelic writing and runes because they're all a little similar. Ready? Here we go. Card number 21, communication, throat chakra. What do you got going on in your throat chakra? 2 of Pentacles. You have called upon this card today to let you know it's an important time for communication. All healthy connections and relationships are built on a solid base of good communication. It is easy to hold back or alter your words in order to prevent hurting someone's feelings. Fear of rejection. I think we got that third eye card nailed, not just in the fear of rejection, but I think we're seeing this, what that's about. Or the possibility of creating some form of conflict. However, it is important that you share your thoughts and feelings honestly with those around you to create and build long-lasting, healthy relationships. Because if you're not telling the truth, you're lying, and liars can't heal. Liars don't heal because you step into a parallel reality that's not actually reality. And it's casting spells on people. It's casting illusions on them, and nothing ever goes well. Nothing good ever comes from lies. Wonder Woman 1984. When you doubt, hinder, or manipulate the flow in communication, this interference blocks the throat chakra and can create a world of suppression and confusion. Third eye, third eye, third eye. Holding on to unexpressed thoughts and feelings can lead to pain, confusion, and unhealthy patterns. Take a moment to see if there is anyone in your life you are not communicating effectively with due to fear, rejection, and maybe even unwanted conflict. You are being encouraged. Well, and isn't that 7 of Wands in the solar plexus? This might absolutely be as well as that. You just don't want it because it's not healthy. Could be both, right? Communication. Communication can also mean writing your feelings down on paper. Did I not say that? Yes, I did. Which is also a good tool to use. Do what is required to action your communication. You may even like to try some healing and clearing processes on your throat chakra. A few great crystals to work with to clear this chakra: blue lace agate, blue kyanite, the turquoise is my go-to. Take some time and space for yourself. Place the crystal on your throat. You know all this already. Make sure you are communicating from a place of love and compassion, and I think that's what that Taurus is saying. Bedrock. Yabba dabba doo. Bedrock. Like, you want to be loving. But that doesn't It's hard, I know, because truth without compassion is brutality. That's His Holiness the Dalai Lama, right? So to do this with compassion, to say it the way you would want to hear it, and if you wouldn't want to hear it at all, that's the challenge. How do you do it? At least like write it out first. But this is not the scribe. This is the networker. It's a different vibe. Same family, though. Make sure that as you communicate, you also listen with an open heart and without judgment, which means just being in the present moment and not thinking about what you're going to say while they're still talking. It's called active listening, and it's actually a magnificent healing tool. A dynamic of trust and certainly healthy. As you trust, you will find a huge weight off your shoulders, and a natural healing will occur. You will feel a deeper connection with yourself and those around you. I communicate in all ways with ease and grace. I communicate in all ways with ease and grace is not going to like say it once and it happens, but it is making room for that, allowing for the chakras to come into alignment. So what comes out of your mouth is your best choice without compromising the truth of who you are. And certainly if this is to a boss and you don't want to lose your job, I get it. I get it, right? You don't want to whistleblow, you don't want to whatever, I get it. But if you do make the choice to do so, to put it out there and keep your boundaries high, but your second chakra integrity healthy here, you'll be guided. You will be shown. And then it could be an emotional message comes from you to the world as a result of one that came to you. One more card and we're done. The Makon Healing Mantra deck. Very powerful thing. The Makon Healing Mantra here, we're going to put you right next to the throat chakra. There we go. So we'll know that's where you go. But I can't tell from the color. And we manifested a Taurus cat. Hey. Hi, Belsy Head. Want to sniff my head? You give me kisses? Yes. You kiss my third eye. Your eyes and it smells good. I love you. Can you wait another few minutes, baby? I'm sure you can. He's a Leo. He'll do what he wants. Shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. Always a little piece of feline intervention here at Drawing the Circle's home office. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ascended Master Override. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of Healing for the Cancerian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and Cross Watchers. Camera hog. Watching this video, drawn to this reading like mother, like son. Please, 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 beloved Ascended Masters of Health and Healing, what is a perfect healing mantra to help the Cancerian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and Cross Watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading? Alchemize the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, the toxic to healthy, the fear to love of the networker in the eighth, justice in the crown, oppression in the third eye, balance in the throat, Taurus in the, Taurus in the heart, Seven of Wands in the solar plexus, Sun in the sacral plexus, and Page of Cups in this root, about communication in some way, shape, or form. Please, beloved ones, perfect healing mantra to help them pull this all off for this timeless chakra read. Encountering conflict, I don't choose sides, I take a stand. I just got this in my 8-card draw shadow reads for Virgo. And I use this one a lot silently. Because you know what? Not everyone's supposed to agree with you all the time. You go. I mean, there it is. It's like encountering conflict. But now this makes a lot of sense. Let me read it. I don't choose sides. I take a stand. Like, that is my thing. I do not choose sides. I take a stand. And you'll see what I mean by that right now. When conflict is encountered, two opposing viewpoints wrestle for a dominant position. Have you noticed that happens on the planet? Yeah, here, there, and fucking all the time. Each hopes to achieve success by changing the other's viewpoint. Third eye, third eye, third eye. If encountering conflict from a conscious standpoint, you may realize one of the greatest gifts that you can offer is allowing others to be heard. And not like, hanging up if you don't like what they hear. Like, it's tricky shit on the planet right now, particularly with social media and networking. big time. You may not agree with their argument, but you are embracing their needs simply by choosing to listen. When you listen instead of lash out, you are taking a stand for love. That's what I mean by I don't choose sides, I take a stand. Like, I will listen to you, but I don't have to like what you say in order to love you. I don't have to agree with you in order to love you. There's another mantra in here. I don't have to like the behavior of others in order to love my journey. I forget the name of the mantra, but it's in here. Where did I leave off? Oh, this is making the decision, third chakra, to anchor higher frequencies of light through the demonstration of your ethics, morals, and values instead of matching the unconsciousness of others with equal amounts of aggression. And that's why I will say, I'm out. And I'll just say, no, you do you, I'm going to do me. Particularly when people insist and get violent, verbally violent in particular. It's like, because then I'm tempted to unleash the verbal beast that is passed down in my family apparently for thousands of years. No, we can all be verbally eviscerative, and I don't do that unless it's a bad day, because it still do happen. So this mantra is ideal for settling arguments, unraveling passive-aggressive behavior, which is the opposite of it. It's like this, oh yeah, no, you're great, you're absolutely right. Oh, you are so right, you are the most rightest person that ever was. Yep, nope, just keep on talking, because I'm just basking in how right you are. Raised with that. And releasing the tendency to blame. When you blame, you hemorrhage power. To be on where you can do anything about it, right? Very, very powerful read, and you gotta admit, very networker, throat chakra, communication based, and encountering conflict. I don't choose sides, I take a stand. I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna try and speak from a more, compassionate, balanced, fair place. All right, it's all on the table. Let's put it together in a blessimation, and we're out of here. Except I am gonna talk about some cool stuff for drawing the circle if you want to hang out for the end, and that's where I release the collective I'm reading for, and it usually comes out goofy unless it's a really serious read. And I will say, this could be about or with anything, but obviously the conflict here, it's a conflict of communication, could be miscommunication. But if you're really, really thinking and feeling as a result oppressed or repressed by this, that has biological, energetic and biological consequences to your body and your well-being. Not great. So let's put it together in a blessimation, and then we'll talk. Or not. Please take a nice deep breath. Free will. Still point. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the beloved pantheons of the divine for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need. In this chakra read, from this chakra read, to enhance unity through their sharing of information, engendering social awareness and empathy, which is a Cancerian word if ever there was one, particularly because there is spiritual justice and balance in the crown chakra. They just need to get past the third eye stuff. Could be patterning, could be belief systems that are outmoded, could be stuff that's inherited, or just plain up and out fear. So they do have something to chew on here, the bull leapers, the Two of Pentacles, to really find their balance before they make this decision, and to come from the values of their heart. What is of the most import in this situation? It may be their own sense of safety, it may be their own sense of authenticity, rather than to communicate in a way that is not truthful, as indicated in that networker in the lead. So to really keep an eye on their boundaries, their integrity, their honor code, because liars, not only liars don't heal, liars can't heal. So to have the healing god of Apollo here to bring that light in, the solar energy into the lunar plexus of the sacral chakra to heal, to bring happiness, to lighten, and to lift, and to then of course be supportive so that they can take a stand on love if it's a one-on-one conflict going here, and somebody offering a page of cups here, a message of love in some way, shape, or form that I think might take some time to process, considering what's going on in the third eye and the third chakra here. so that they can take the time, encounter conflict in this communication. Take the time to bring this into alignment, maybe to express themselves on paper, on video, interpretive dance, in some way of taking it from the inner to the outer before. Not rehearsing, but letting it move through them. So that, like a piece of creative artwork, their communication can become more and more refined, more and more clear, more closer they are to fine. Indigo girls, third eye chakra, indigo there. And may they be blessed with all that they need, that when they encounter conflict, to know that they don't have to choose sides. They can take a stand, but that is their choice, if and when. But sooner or later, it's a lesson we all got to learn. So may they be blessed with all they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to be the best that they can be, the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest version of themselves in the golden timeline of this lifetime for this timeless chakra read, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. Yay! Tricky read, but I mean, it is sort of jigsaw puzzle piece, right? It's not a whole, it's not a 1,000-piece puzzle, it's 10. It kind of makes sense. So if you liked it, and if you like the new music by Janet Grace, hit the thumbs up. I love this new music so much. I love her so much. But if the reading helped, hit the thumbs up, help other Cancerians find it, subscribe, notification bell, comment if you like, and certainly check me out on Patreon. I cannot say enough about how much I adore it. Like I said, we now have the 7-day free trial just set for Seeker at this point. Seeker, human, hero, angel, witch, immortal, mystic, god, goddess. But if you're watching this a year from now, there might be a change there, because I might eventually open up all 8 levels to 7-day trials. We'll see. But daily check-ins, extended readings, and extensive discount, I think, is worth checking out, and I love it. It's my favorite thing ever, and really, it's just keeping me going. I love my subscribers. Hi, patrons, my patrons. So come Patreon on Patreon, because we're having a freaking field day. And like I said, they get the discount on the private sessions with me. 25 years, I finally raised my prices. It's on my website, drawingthecircle.com, drawingthecircle.com. In the store, you can click through that and find it in written form, but I also made a video booking private sessions with Mal. Explains it all for you. It's about 10 minutes or so long, and I say probably 6 or 7 times in that 10 minutes that I have never turned anybody away because of finances. That's not how I roll. That would kill me. I would hate doing it. I would hate to. I can't. It's not. Look at this, crossing my solar plexus, right? Nope, not doing it. Where there's a will, there's a way, and where there's a witch, there's a way. So check out the video. Of course, it's in the description box, and I love doing it in person, Zoom. If I travel, it's all explained. So check it out. And I'm just so very, very grateful for everyone who's been helping me through all of this, my own healing, my own career journey. Janet Grace and Jill Schweitzer and all of the wonderful women, in particular Cancerians, my mom in my life, who've been very helpful along the way. So hang in there. You can do this. This is going to take some time, I think. I don't think any of this is an instantaneous thing, nor should it be overly impulsive. But pay attention to your second chakra intuition. You'll know when it's time. And you'll know when to maybe not drop that 7 of Wands boundary on the outside, but maybe open a gate in it when you are ready. So wishing you all the very best and the very, very blessed with your chakras, with your energy fields, with your healing, with your evolution. Hang in there. You can do this. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.